You're live. I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to a late night Friday night. Is it Friday? Yeah. 11:11 p.m. here on the East Coast in Florida. And guess who's coming to be my guest reviewer? Maybe you can hear him, but you can't see him. Anyway, on to the beer. So this is 903 Brewers Homeschool Stout. Is it 903 or just 903? It's probably 903. Whenever you see a brewery like with a 3-digit number, it usually means like the area code. So this is a imperial stout, vanilla and coconut milk stout, 10.5 ABV. They're out of Sherman, Texas. This is another beer I got on Tavor, and it was fairly cheap too. Even though it's only a 12-ounce can, I believe it was 2 for $12, so $6 a can. Why don't I ever have the receipt? I always just guess. But yeah, check that out. Anyway, kind of let's see, I'm just going to skip. An inviting aroma emanating from this beer's dark brown desk will lead you into its pool of bittersweet roasted malts, creamy coconut, and sweet vanilla. Nerd out over our latest stout in a virtual study session with all your favorite glassmates. That's funny. And they even have the recommended can on there, or the glassware. So this is pretty much that. Yeah, a little tulip snifter. By the way, my friend Kate gave me the 2 of these glasses like over a year ago. So thanks, Kate, if you're watching. So, oh yeah, huge vanilla on this one. Super sweet. Kind of reminds me of like creme brulee. Both the Southern Tier Stout and the actual dessert creme brulee. The coconut is a little bit more subtle. It's not like super in your face. So I mean, it's definitely more vanilla than anything else, but so the coconut's kind of a background note. I'm trying to get like some roasted malt, or it smells very sweet. So I mean it smells like candy. It smells like if you're like in a confectionery, like where they make chocolate candy right there. Like those kind of stores are pretty hard to find these days, but it smells like that. Or like a bakery that makes like like they make cookies and cakes and all that stuff, Just lots of vanilla and some coconut, and maybe a hint of coffee, like as far as roasted. There's no coffee in here. I'm just saying, like as far as like roasted malts, but there's no like fusel alcohol or anything. Like doesn't smell. It doesn't. 10.5 is pretty big. Doesn't smell boozy or anything. So I mean, I like that it smells sweet. It smells good. Like I said, it smells like a pastry shop, but at the same time, there's not a whole lot else going on here. Maybe like faint pine hops or something, but anyways, and as far as appearance, well, it looks black on camera. It's actually super deep brown. The foam did come up to the rim when I poured it. It kind of fizzled away. I don't know what color it's picking up on camera. It's like kind of like a khaki color, and that's kind of a sudsy complexion or consistency or whatever. Anyways, almost 4 minutes in, haven't taken a sip yet. Let's rectify that situation. Cheers. My favorite beer last year was the Last Buffalo in the Park from Funky Buddha, and this beer is very much like that, because that was essentially the same thing as this, except it was also bourbon barrel aged. Like that was chocolate and coffee and coconut, and then it was bourbon barrel aged. And this one is vanilla and coconut, and it's just straight regular fermentation, no bourbon barrel. I bet you, although if they're smart, they're probably, I don't know if you guys can see this, I was trying to pour it. Yeah, you can see it's just a deep brown. It's not quite the Marshall Zukoff black. But anyways, I'm saying like this beer, it's kind of like Last Buffalo without the bourbon and without the coffee. It's funny, I don't know when the term pastry stout originated. But I mean, I was drinking pastry stouts back in the George W. Bush administration years. I mean, and still, Southern Tier chocolate is probably one of my all-time favorite beers. I usually try to get one bottle a year. So I mean, I think to me, like that was like the first pastry stout. I almost said Patriot stout. But this one is really, really sweet. I mean, it's like a liquid donut. I hear Leo sneezing or something. What are you doing, dude? He's trying to eat a feather. As it's warming up, I'm getting like a little bit of the coconut. And coconut was always there. Like I said, it was always kind of a background though. Hey, you got a hairball? Go outside, please. This is the thing of doing live videos. The cat has a hairball. I don't know what he's doing. I've never actually seen a cat throw up a hairball. I think he had like a piece of this feather caught in his throat or something, so he seems fine now. Anyway, back to the beer. Yeah, so every time I take a sip of this, I can tell it's like super rich. I'm just getting like all that vanilla bean. I've made stouts and porters with vanilla. And yeah, like that real natural vanilla bean, maybe vanilla extract or something. Coming in, the coconut coming in second to kind of balance it out because you have the super sweet vanilla, followed by like a little bit of like a toasted coconut to give you like kind of like a chocolate mousse kind of thing, or like maybe a Mounds or almond joy candy. Well, I guess Mounds is the one without nuts. So I mean, I guess if they're going for Mounds in beer form, I guess that's what they got here. Mouthfeel is, believe it or not, it's not super thick despite being 10% ABV. I'd probably put it like medium to medium full. It's not quite the motor oil that you were expecting. It just seems like a tad thin. It seems like a little undercarbonated too. I can get some hoppy flavor, like I said, kind of like a piney or floral hop. You know, I think the bitterness here is coming, well, it's like 50-50 coconut, 50-50 hop. And also the alcohol, especially now that it's warming up a little. It's coming like a clean alcohol. It doesn't taste like, you know, nail polish remover or anything like that. Just clean alcohol. So that's adding like a little bit to counter the super sweetness. I think that this would be, they threw this in a bourbon barrel or whiskey barrel or something like that. I think this would be pretty world class. What's nice is that this is actually really drinkable. There's some other beers that I've had on Tabor, these big 10-11% stouts that, you know, like I could only take like a tiny sip at a time. The first pull I took on this drink, like I took like, I don't know if you saw, but I took like quite a lot on there, and it was really tasty. It's actually really drinkable too. I kind of want to savor it though. I feel like it misses something like beers like this because they're so big and like they don't hold a head. So it's not, if you're expecting something like super creamy and luscious, you're not really getting it on this. I mean, they call it a milk stout and there's lactose sugar in here. But I feel like imperial milk stouts are kind of like a contradiction. I feel like milk stout should be lighter type beers, more like table strength, 5% and lower. Just making sure Leo's okay. Anyway, I've been going a while, so let's wrap this up on the Homeschool Stout. By the way, this is a really cool label. It's like I guess it's supposed to be like a coconut monster family. It's like you have to turn the whole thing to see it. So even like that's, I don't know, I love the label. I usually don't like labels that are pink, but like the cartoon. A lot of breweries don't use cartoons on their label because like the government doesn't like cartoons on beer labels because I think it's marketing towards kids, especially this one. A little kid who had no idea what it was, they might think this is soda or something because like it's pink. Maybe think it's like bubblegum. You ever watch that show, The Goldbergs? They would show like they have bubblegum soda in the 80s. I mean, I never even saw or heard of that, and I grew up in the 80s. All right, so as far as rating, I like the beer a lot, but as a beer drinker, I like it a little bit more than as a beer critic. As a beer drinker, I'm tempted to give it. Well, actually, spoilers. Well, it's too late to be spoilers now, but this is actually the second can of this beer that I've had. I had the first one a few days ago, or maybe like a week ago. Loved it. Give it a 4.5. Now that I'm studying it as a beer critic, I'm thinking like it's definitely missing something. Like it's kind of a simple palate. That a little bit more coconut, a little bit more hops. Drop the ABV. Give me some foam that's gonna retain. Maybe throw some wheat in there or something. Even thicken up the mouthfeel. I don't think lactose and imperial stout really goes together. You don't need it. Look at Last Buffalo. I mean, that's a chocolate and coconut and coffee imperial stout, and that's or even regular Last Snow. You don't need the milk stout part. Especially because in those lighter milk stouts, like Left Hand milk stout or something like that, or like the British ones, because they're so light like that, you can really taste that lactose sugar. You get the smooth mouthfeel. It's not really doing anything on this one, and it's funny because I'm tasting it and there is this. I guess this is the vanilla, but I was gonna say there's a candy kind of taste to it. Anyway, I'm going very, very long, so I think when I rate this one this time, I'm gonna give this probably either 4 or 4.25. It's good. I like it. I would buy this if it was available. I'm glad I did get it. It's it's a nice little pastry stout in a can. So if you guys are in Texas, check this one out. I would be curious to see what a 6-pack of this or a 4-pack sells for. So anyway, if you watched all to the end, you are awesome. If you want to sign up for Tabor and get beers like this, link in the description below. You get $10 off your first purchase, and let them know that I sent you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.